Well, morning everyone. It's Janice here again, Conversation with Janice. It's only my second Facebook Live, and today we're going to talk about goals. So what I did was I wrote a blog about goals this week because it's interesting to see how some people can set amazing goals and how other people struggle. So let's talk about goals and how you can set long-term and short-term goals when you decide to stop drinking and how that affects you. So when we do the Tribe Sober workshop, Janet always asks us, what is your goal going to be for the future? Do you want to stop drinking forever? Do you want to do a challenge? Do you want to do 30 days without alcohol? Or do you want to do 66 days without alcohol? And we all know that the 66-day challenge will help us to get past the needing of the alcohol if we can stick it out. And then once we've done the 66-day challenge, we head for the 100-day challenge, because 90 days without alcohol is supposed to be the turning point in your life. Or she asks you, do you want to try and moderate? And people who drink constantly, like people who decide to join Tribe Sober, we are usually the ones who can't moderate. So for us, there's no point in having a glass of wine when the bottle is open. Finish the bottle, man. So those kind of people shouldn't really try and moderate, because they will find themselves going back to square one, but they can try and see and prove it. Okay, so there's several goals we can make. We can decide to stop drinking forever. We can do a challenge and see if it takes us further, or we can try and moderate and see if it works for us or not. So my goal chat today will center around visions, missions, and goals. So let's do a little exercise. Say, for example, you are sitting on your stoep, your veranda, in a rocking chair. You are 90 years old. You are rocking in your rocking chair. Now you start thinking about your life. You're looking back at your life, because old people do that. That's all they've got left is their memories. List all the amazing things that you have achieved in your life. Let's see, what did you do? Did you get good papers for your grade 12? Did you do well at university? Did you have children? What did you do for your work? Other people might decide that that's not goals. They might say that a goal is leaving the city and living in the country, dropping all the corporate stuff and becoming a country bumpkin and growing vegetables was the biggest goal they could have achieved in life. So think about that, write that down. Imagine yourself sitting on your veranda in your rocking chair and all the amazing things you've achieved in your life. Another thing to do is to sit down and go back on your life and think about all the ridiculous things you've done in your life. All the ridiculous things. You've crashed cars, you've lost money, you've made mistakes when you've chosen certain paths, and then see why you did those things. Okay, so often it's linked to alcohol, or not being clear, or stress. It can be linked to many of the negative emotions that cloud us in decision-making times. When you look at goals and visions, it's good to first look at an overarching vision. So let's say my vision is to be a healthy mother. Then your underlying mission will be to do yoga, to walk, to eat well, to make sure you're always on top of things. And then your goals would be the steps you take to achieve that vision and mission. The practical steps that are achievable. So it would be buy a new pair of tackies, get a new yoga mat, buy fresh vegetables every day, stick the diet up on my fridge, tick off my achievements, and that would be your goals. So to set little goals daily, weekly, monthly, and then annually is a very good way to manage ourselves. So let's say, for example, you have just become sober last week, and you now need to make sure that you're not going to drink again because you've seen what the drinking does to you. So you set a goal. I'm going to stop drinking for 30 days. Okay, my vision is to be a non-drinker with a clear head and a clear heart. My mission is to stop drinking for 30 days, and my goals will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to make goals how to achieve staying sober. So let me give you some examples of what I did. When I knew that I had to be sober, I did it cold turkey. I stopped drinking. I woke up the next day and I immediately started setting goals. I decided I'm going to be a health freak. I am going to study. I am going to do more and more yoga. And I'm going to not let anyone force me to do anything that I don't want to do, because I knew that that was something to do with my triggers. Okay, when people force and cloud my boundaries. So the first thing I did was I went online and I found a course that I wanted to do. And it happened to be a course in early child development, a 2-year course. I did one of my levels, a level 4, where you learn all about looking after children in a preschool. And it took me 2 years of constant work, hard work. I had to go and do practicals. I had to do tests. I had to write up essays. I loved it. I put all my energy into that. So when it would have been wine time at 4:45, I was sitting at my desk learning my early child development course. The other thing I did was I did yoga more often. I applied for jobs everywhere that would fill my days of writing, childcare. I did a children's yoga course and I started teaching yoga, and I just kept myself really busy with the things I love. The health kick part, I started making my own kombucha. I revamped my vegetable garden. I walked a lot. I did yoga a lot. I just made sure that I was always busy. And one of the goals was, not to let people rock my boat. And I started saying no. I started saying, no, I'm not going out to that tea party. No, I'm not going out in the night. No, I'm not going out to dinner. No, I refuse to go to Joburg to see the in-laws. I'm not going. And that's what helped me a lot. 6 years down the line, I've changed a lot. I've softened. But I know now what I do want to do and what I don't want to do. Okay, have you ever heard of the Wheel of Life? I'm sure all of you have heard. It's this, it's a circle. Here's a better one to look at. And it's about your life. It's hard to see. But what you do for the Wheel of Life, do it for yourself today. Go and draw a big circle. Cut it up into pizza slices. So most pizzas are 8 pieces. And then each part of the pizza is an area of your life you would like to focus on. So let's take one as physical environment, your home and office. Career. Some of you don't have a career, you're retired, so that would be something you want to do after career. Family and friends, so that would be community or social. Romance, partnerships, healthcare, self-care, social, fun, and personal or spiritual development. And then you can split these up more. You can have creativity, artistic stuff. You can have, there's a lot of other stuff you can bring into this wheel. So do the 8 most important things in your life. It's good to put spirituality in there so that you can ponder it, because apparently the balanced person is someone who looks after their mind, their heart, their body, and their spirit. That is holistic health, and that is very important if you're setting goals, visions, missions. Okay, so take your pie, your pizza, and then decide what are your core values in life. What are your core reasons for being? Is it to be a good mother? Is it to be kind and compassionate to all living creatures? Is it to be good at work? What are you good at? What are your values? And there's a list of values I can send any of you if you need values. Okay. Because once we know what our values are, we know how they fit into our plan for the future. Okay, and then there's some other questions I thought we should ask while we're at it. And that is, what 3 strengths can you think of on the left-hand side of your page? And then on the other side of the page, what 3 places for development or improvement can you find? Don't call them negatives or bad things. Call them places for improvement. What 3 things? What can you do better than other people? Think about that. Maybe you just like cleaning the house. Who knows? What were your favorite subjects at school, and what are your favorite things to do now? What do you love doing? What is your favorite thing to do when you wake up for the day? What is your favorite thing to do? What energizes you? Think about the things that you did well in and the things you slipped up in life. Write them down. Think about what people say about you. Has anyone ever said to you, "Oh, you're good at that," or "Oh, don't think you should try that again"? Take that advice, see where it leads you. Follow your dream. Why live if you're not following your dream? Okay, so those are also very good questions to ask you. And when you are answering questions, write down in your journal, because you can go back and edit and think and make huge mind maps. It's very important to rehash these things. We do goal setting to find purpose and direction in our lives. So if we have a purpose and we can move forward, we spark the dopamine in our brain and we really want to do more with our lives. And we don't even think about the drinking and the smoking and the overeating. We just think about these wonderful things we can do for ourselves. Remember that you have value for the world. You have value for where you live. You have value for all the people around you. I mean, why are we on earth at all if it's not to help other living beings? That's my philosophy. Okay, so here is a lovely spring clean your life goal setting worksheet. And what it does is it starts like this. Write these down. My 3 new daily success habits are, and you're going to work towards 3 success habits in your day. And that could be eat more greens, walk further, be kinder to my kids. My top 3 goals to spring clean my life are meet more people, get out more, join a coffee group, join a hiking group, be kinder to myself. And then the benefits to me of my goals. So why would I choose these goals? Because I will be able to clean out the drinking from my life. I'll be able to focus on being a kind person. I'll be able to focus on things beyond me that I worry about all the time. Why worry about things when you can't do anything about them? And then my 3 key action steps. What am I going to do to achieve these 3 goals? Set them down. They are achievable. Don't write down something you're never ever going to do, because you'll just push it away. And then what are you going to let go of today? Let go of my low self-esteem, my victimization, my worry about my mother, my worry about my son not doing well at school. Let it go. Focus on you. Focus on being a kinder, more wholesome person, and maybe all those worries will disappear anyway. Okay, so I've got lots of resources for goal setting. And when we set goals, it helps us with life satisfaction. How satisfied are you with your life? Do you really want to carry on in this mode? I mean, some people move countries to restart their lives because they want to be a different person. Some people leave their marriages. Some people ignore their parents forever. It's a way of coping. So how are you going to cope? Now, to end this goal setting session, please will you try one of the tasks I have asked you to try. It's very rewarding. And ask yourself, what do I love about myself the most? And where can I improve on myself the most? And then journal it and decide where you're going to take action just for today. Remember that often it's better to work day by day and not week by week for most people. But I like to set daily goals, weekly goals, and then your monthly goals, and then 2022 goals. So please feed back to me on how you're going to set your goals and what they're going to entail. And if you've just stopped drinking, I wish you luck, because don't give up. I mean, remember that the way we are addicted to a certain substance has a lot to do with our thought patterns, our false beliefs, and we can try and rise up above them. And if there is a lot of trauma in your life from when you were a child, get help. Speak to someone. Empty out all the trauma and try and move forward. Don't let it weigh you down. We're all here to help. And if we can only help each other in our group, Tribe Sober, then we've got it made. So with that, I bid you goodbye. And I hope that you will set yourself some goals just for today. Okay, bye. Have a lovely day.